What is poppin' people, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. I've got some footage again from the best of one Glasgow Prep Regional, facing off against Emily on Veemon Armour. Before we get started, I want to say a big thank you to our members because it's best of one and there's going to be no ad breaks, so they get this nice and early. Do have the Mega, Just Josh, who is an ultimate here on YouTube, is tier 3 on Twitch, and our ultimates, the Tommy NT, Tommy Tricks on Sticks, 3 Strike Ball, and Brad. Big thank you to all of you guys as well. Veemon in the back and a blue training is going to get the pickup, and we're going to put a Digimon in the back, and we're going to go straight from from level 2 all the way up to level 5 with the starter deck Digimon. I know people aren't as much of a fan of it, but the reduced Evo coming out of Raising does help. The Veemon is going to live in security as we're going to play the Davis, and they're going to decline to play their Veemon. Going to try and hatch a second egg because brain's smooth. But no, we are actually going to push out. Back comes the Zubamon, and then we're going to use the Zubamon under, spend 3, gain 2, and then we're trying to figure out what we need here. We're going to send all 3 of them back to the top in that order. And then we do have Raid. We're going to go into the Durandamon to have reduced cost thanks to the Duramon, which does let us choose to, when attack, which we are going to do, swing over the Magnamon because we're not really afraid of hitting a Zuba here. And then what we could do is we could taunt, and that is exactly what we're going to do. So start of main, we're going to gain 1 from the Davis, and we're going to swing in, is going to hit a second Ragnaloardmon, and then she's going to put that Veemon in the back. So we're safe for now from getting hit by anything crazy. We do have Raid Piercing, so anything that doesn't turn into an armor is going to get kind of shot. So she's going to stay in the back, and then spending the Davis now just to set up for memory in the future makes a lot of sense. Start of main, going to add the Digimon back to hand, and we're going to consistently be dropping that as we once again kind of cycle through a couple more cards. We do want them on the top because we do want to draw into that Ragnaloardmon for taunt stuff. We're going to put a Zuba in the back, and then we are going to go into the Ragnaloardmon, which is then going to let us put the Brue back on top, so a 0 cost Evo, and we are a sec +1 just 2-check idiot, and thanks to the Duramon, no Digimon effects are happening at all, which is pretty nice. Gonna go for the Zubamon here, and then the correct thing is to just try and keep it as low as possible. So we're gonna put a second instance of protection here of the Ragnaloardmon, should anything happen to it. It does have native reboot, and it does mean that if it does get, would get deleted, removed, then we can protect against it. If she does manage to Heaven's Judgment it, then she technically would be safe, which is one thing that we were kind of looking at. But if she does, we get to crack the option here. So when it would move, we're going to play out, just checking to see what's in our hand. We're going to play out the Brue, and then we're going to get to push out, start of main, add the rookie back, and then for effective 1 cost, check the top 3. We're not adding the cards to hand. We are actually going to have to find a way to draw into them, which is quite easy. Going to spend the 1 to draw, and then we're going to gain the +2. So it does have Raid Reboot. And we need to be bigger than the Magna at the start of her turn. So the thing here that, we're just trying to figure out how much memory we can squeeze out. We're trying to pass her low. So we're going to go for the taunt here, and then we're going to pass her 1 memory. Top 5. Not really finding anything we super want, so we're just going to add the Searcher and then bot deck the Digimon Emperors. And then start of main is going to have to swing. We're going to block it. We are bigger than her, just barely. So it's going to knock it back down. And I'm going to make the Magnamon in the back. And she is holding Death X here, which is something we were not respecting at all because it wasn't something we were playing around. However, we are going to respect the name of our champions. As we're going to see the Veemon come down for the search to pass turn, it's just going to hit 1. And we're going to get ready for turn number 2. Well, turn starting for us. We got Shinikari, Copy Deus, DHM, Solar Ouroboros, King of Knights, Andy Fing, Squid Eater, Benji Gibber, Thomas Yates, Kenneth Smith, Thamata FGC, and new to the champion tier, Donkey. Thank you very much for all of your support. Wanted to shout you all by name because champions get bonus content and we love all of y'all. Gonna swing at the Magnamon once again just to try and get some extra pressure going, and then the Spartamon inherit does get to delete the other Veemon, so we get to play full pop here. Swings through with Raid Piercing with the Zubamon thanks to having the Zuba added. We weren't expecting the 4K body to make it back to us, but it lives. And we're going to get the double hit here as we are going to pick up the Ragnaloardmon and the Raiji. We're going to play Lapras on an empty board here just to pass her 1. But what we could not have predicted is that she had Awakening in her opening hand. So even passing her the minimum amount of memory, those Davises that have been stacking up, push her to 3, and then she's able to Awaken, keep turn, and is going to be able to swing. The correct thing here probably would have been to block just to try and force a trade, but I think she is massive. Like, she's +6 now. And if she wasn't +6, it would be... Yeah, if she wasn't +6, the correct thing to do would have been to... Well, she's +3. So, +2 +1 is... 15k. Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to stop it. Like, we could have maybe tried to stop her from being fully protected. And we're gonna pop the Sparta out here. I think maybe I could have tried to go for the Sparta. Like, try to pop the Sparta out of it, but it is what it is. We're gonna load up, and we've got the Raiji for protection under there, but as a reminder, we can't cycle it. So we do actually need to find the 4. We are gonna swing here, well, look to swing here with the Durandamon, unfortunately. What we didn't notice is we drew the Brue off of the taunt. So what we should have done, what we should have done here is just not gone for it and just waited. Unfortunately, we didn't have the Laplace because we'd spent the Laplace on the turn where she had the 1-off. If we didn't, then we would have been able to full clear, and, you know, I think that was definitely a frustrating moment where we didn't quite get what we needed to do. It's going to swing bot deck and swing, so that is going to be game. If you did like what you saw, though, see in Ragnar and Magna Armour face off against each other, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Even if you think you're subscribed, double check and see if you actually are, because YouTube sometimes kind of griefs and pretends that you are when you're not. But big thank you to everyone that has been supporting the channel. If you're liking the ad-free content, consider becoming a member so you can get that as your normal. Big thank you to the rookies and DigiEggs that have been supporting everything. If today is your birthday, then happy birthday. And as always, have yourselves a damn good one.